how many times do you forgive your boyfriend? How many times do you forgive your husband? Hi guys, thank you so much for joining me once again. If you are new, welcome. Don't forget to subscribe and to make sure that you put your post notification bells on. Okay, as you can see from today's title, guys, we are about to talk about how to navigate your friendships, especially female friendships. Okay, and please don't get me mistaken, I am 100% guilty, definitely guilty of some of these things. Just like many other people, I did not have somebody to give me guidelines on how to navigate some of my friendships, especially girl friendships and stuff like that. So I just felt like for anybody that is watching, this is pretty much necessary, especially if you're still in your early years and you want to maintain those friendships and have lifelong bonds with those people. This is great, whether it's just the two of you, you in a trio, or maybe a squad, all that jazz. It really does not matter. Even if you are in your late 20s, mid 20s, and so forth, it really does not matter. It's not exclusive just to one. Honestly, it is just for everyone. Take what resonates with you, and yeah. Okay, so I don't know, I feel like I should categorize how I want to explain this video and how I want to go about this video. But I just really want to share the do's and don'ts when it comes to friendships, things that I've learned personally, my own experiences, and how I've seen certain things that I've done affect me or my friends much later. Okay, so I wrote down a couple of things, but I'm not going to go in a specific order. Okay, one of the most important things that I realized, one thing that I have noticed is very important when it comes to friendship is effort. Okay, I feel like most of us find ourselves most of the time just putting in a lot of effort when it comes to relationships, romantic relationships, and we kind of forget to put in the effort when it comes to our friends. Okay, and I mean that in the sense that, you know how when it's your partner or a situationship, maybe, I don't know, or somebody that you're dating, it's so easy, it comes easy and naturally for you to not even doubt or second guess if you should show up or if you should do this, if you should do that, the small things, right? Especially if you guys have a friendship where you guys grew up together from a young age. It's so easy to take advantage of the little things. For example, maybe when it's your friend's birthday and you just, you know, think that the longevity of your guys' friendship is enough to sustain, you know, it going forward. But it's not, you know. And I feel like it's so easy to forget to buy gifts, and it's understandable if you're still students and stuff like that. You might not have money to buy gifts every single year. That's understandable. But then again, going back to effort, when I say effort, maybe write your friend a small note, something that is a thoughtful gesture, right? Even if you don't have money to buy something of monetary value, maybe you could put together a photo frame of your guys' best memories and share a little note and wish them a good day for that for their birthday, stuff like that. I mean, if your friend is a good friend, they will also acknowledge and appreciate the effort that you've put in, showing love and appreciation towards them on their day. Or maybe on other instances when maybe your friend, I'm sure you guys have heard about this so many times, maybe your friend is starting a small business or your friend is into music and stuff like that. Just show up for your friends in the smallest of ways, not just when it comes to the big ways only. Okay, I think this is pretty much common knowledge, but I really wanted to stress this so much because I feel like it's so easy to get caught up in putting in the effort when it comes to romantic relationships and not so much when it comes to your friends. Another thing that I really want to stress on is when it comes to efforts, right? It's so important to make sure that you are there with your friends, you prioritize your friends. Okay, not just when it comes to like showing up and being supportive, but I mean just being an actual friend when you're in the honeymoon phase, or whether just in general things are going great at that point. But as soon as everything hits south, your friend is the first person that you remember, the first person you want to cry to and stuff like that. And I just feel like it's not a nice feeling, to be quite honest. I feel like it's okay, yes, don't get me wrong, it is definitely okay for you to reach out to your friend and talk about things and vent. But I mean, you cannot always only reach out to your friend or your friends only when you're going through tough times within your relationship, right? I think if I was on the other end of the stick and I was that friend who was constantly offering a shoulder for you to cry on as my friend, it wouldn't sit well with me. It really wouldn't. I think it's important to be with your friends or communicate with your friends, to put in the effort towards your friends in good times as well, not just in bad times, right? Whether that's communication or spending time together, that is very important. Speaking of spending time together, another thing that comes with effort is to try and learn your friends' love languages. Again, just as much as we put in the effort to learn our partner's love languages, learn your friends' love languages, especially if it's like a friendship that has lasted so long. You already know the type of vibe your friend is all about, right? So put an effort in that. I feel like everything that I'm saying is kind of like interlinked. It links with everything that I've already mentioned. So yeah, try to learn your friend's love language, put in the time, the effort. Maybe if your friend is a person who loves and appreciates quality time, you could literally just go to their place or meet up somewhere, be bored and broke together, even in silence. You know, for other people, that's a lot. That is enough, because they just want your presence. They want to feel your presence. And maybe another one of you guys could have a friend that appreciates acts of service, you know, or physical touch. Love them in the way that they love and prefer to be loved. I don't know if I'm making sense. I hope I am. Guys, try to find a balance between your friends and your relationships. Try to always keep the communication. Do not always vent and reach out only when things are tough, only when things are sour. Always try to make sure that you're also a good friend as well. Learn your friends' love languages. Moving on to the second thing, communication, especially in female friendships, right? Sometimes you might find yourself in a position where your friend does something that is uncomfortable or out of your character, or something that's just stepping on your boundaries, you know? And I feel like a lot of us suffer from internalizing things and choosing to like let things slide and not mention it in that moment. But then the horrible thing about that is that in the long run, you'll find yourself being resentful towards a person, especially if you don't tell them, and they'll repeat the same thing. Communicate with your people, okay? Find a way to communicate with your friends. Don't be afraid of your friends. If something is upsetting, if something is like listen, friend, you need to stop whatever it is that you're doing right now. I don't mess with that. I don't like it. It's off, it's weird, it was wrong, all of that. If your friend needs to be called out at times, do that. If you have a friend that puts you out of your comfort zone. Now, there's a very fine line between having a friend that puts you out of your comfort zone in a good way, maybe in adventurous ways, and tries to like get you out of your shell at times, and then having a friend that makes you do things that are totally out of your character and you just go along with it, or things that are against your own morals and stuff like that. Speak out. Speak out. Trust me. Trust me. Trust me. Trust me. You will avoid so much drama with this, especially if you are in a friendship, female friendship. Trust me, it goes a long way. I just feel like this is how, you know, the whole gossiping thing starts, because we fail and lack communication. Because your friend does something today and then you hold that in, you don't tell them, address it and end it right there, type of thing. And then because you chose to let it slide, when you're with your other friend, now you're talking and gossiping about the other friend and what they've done, and now the other friend has a different perspective of your other friend. and it's just a whole mess. So let's try to be more matured in 2024, especially if you are already in your 20s. And if you're not, the sooner you start, the better. And if you're way above your 20s, I guess it's not too late to fix and improve certain areas. So yeah, I just feel like communication is key, guys. And if you are a person that is afraid of confrontation, I feel like you need to change that. I really feel like you kind of need to change that, because you cannot let people, as much as you may love and care for certain people, you cannot let people constantly overstep your boundaries, talk down on you, or like just walk all over you. You know, at times you just need to find a backbone and just confront the situation. Of course, don't do anything that is like low. Don't stoop down low. I don't think that's necessary, but just talk, find a way to approach the situation gently, you know, common ground, be matured about the situation, state clearly how you feel, type of vibe, all that jazz. I've been in a situation where I've internalized so many things, I let so many things slide, and that was toxic to me too. And in the long run, that might even cause resentment. Like, of course, depending on how serious and like severe the situation was. And I've been in that position as well. Like, for me, it was mostly stupid things, but at the time, obviously, it meant a lot. And I realized that, damn, I should have communicated. And speaking of communication, good boundaries. And I know this might not come easy for some of us, and that's okay. That's okay, because now I'm giving you the go ahead. I'm giving you the guidelines on knowing and accepting that it's okay to have boundaries. And whoever doesn't respect your boundaries that you've set openly, loudly, clearly, that person is not for you. That person shouldn't be in your life. Sometimes you openly share what you don't like or what you don't prefer, and once in a blue moon your friend oversteps a boundary, that's forgivable, or they forget, or maybe they just didn't mean to. Of course, nobody really ever has the intention, right? It happens. Learn how to be graceful, you know, show some grace, you know, at times. I feel like it's a human thing, to be quite honest, guys. It really is a human thing, because like it's okay when you, like, it depends on the situation though. Like, when you know that, no, listen, my friend did not mean to do this, you know, be graceful, be forgiving. Because how many times do you forgive your boyfriend? How many times do you forgive your husband? Okay. Jokes aside though, have a little bit of grace at times. But if you find yourself in a situation where you've been graceful, or you've been forgiving twice, maybe 3 times, and they keep repeating the exact same thing in different ways, then that's when you know it's okay. Listen, bye-bye. Psych! You thought you thought you were gonna do me and finesse me like a 4th time or a 5th time? No, you know? So yeah, obviously apply it in your situation and see. And if you realize that I've already openly shared what I don't like, I've put it clearly, I've said it multiple times, but this person still repeats the same thing over and over and over, that's when you know that your friend does not respect you or your boundaries. But with that, putting that aside, it's really important to set boundaries, guys. It really is. When you are young, or for me, I kind of found myself, you know, overthinking and feeling like, oh my God, if I do this or if I say this, what will happen? Or will she say this? Will he say this? You know, my friends. And I realized, like, no, are you correct, Leo? And I need to change that, because I'm constantly saying no to myself, but yes to you, the other person, my friend. And that's not fair. Like, constantly. That is not fair. Like, it really isn't. I feel like we really need to learn to respect people's boundaries, like myself included. I feel like sometimes if it's not something that is normal to you, it might take you a while to like get the hang of it and understand that, okay, listen, this does not work for this person. Don't feel bad about it. It's just what they prefer, you know? And yeah, it's difficult at times, but just find some way to like work around it, and gradually you understand better, you understand your friend better. You know, depending on how severe the situation is, you might even find yourself replaying the situation over and over and over, but you're too afraid to speak up about it, so it eats you. So you are being toxic to yourself by not speaking up, you know, or by not setting a boundary and letting the other person know, that's not healthy, that doesn't work for me. So it's really important, guys. I cannot stress it enough. There's so many ways, there's so many different things. Like if you want to set a boundary that, listen, hold on, you're not going to come at my house for us to hang out before 12 or before 1 o'clock, that's you, and your friend has to respect that. Because I feel like sometimes, I also kind of agree with that personally. I feel like, I don't know, just don't show up, especially on weekends. Like, you know, I work a 9 to 5. You know I work a 9 to 5, girl. Like, why are you coming at my house at 8 o'clock trying to hang out every weekend? Every weekend? No, that's not on, you know? You need to put that out there. Like, some friends don't even think that way. Or maybe your friend doesn't have a 9 to 5 at the moment, so they have all the time on their hands and they just constantly want to see you, constantly want to spend time, but they don't realize that, okay, yeah, you're down, but like, just give me some time to relax and recover, and then we can hook up after 12. Maybe I still have to clean, I still need to take care of 1, 2, and 3, so forth. I think I've stressed enough on that. But you guys get the gist of what I'm trying to say. Going to our next point, I want us to talk about minding our own business. Like, mind your own business, guys. Maybe your friend is going through something. They are off the radar at the moment. They don't want to share. They're not speaking up. Let them be. Like, respect that. Mind your own business. When your friend is ready to come and tell you, when your friend is ready to come and share with you, she will or he will, you know? Sometimes I feel like it's important for us to not constantly dig. Yeah, so yeah, like, mind your own business. Like, sometimes it's not even about you. It's not because you are the problem or I just simply don't want to share with you. Sometimes that's just how a person processes things. Sometimes they need a week to process their feelings. I know for a fact, we were just talking about this just the other day, my friends and I. Like, we were like talking about how different we are as friends, as close as we are, but we're different as individuals and how we process things. And I remember saying that for me, if something happens to me, whether that's like romantic, family, or whatever, I need to take some time to process that first before I can come and vent out to you. You know, I'm just like that. I feel like when something is still fresh, I don't know, like, it depends on the situation. Maybe I might be feeling a little embarrassed or just ashamed, or maybe I might be finding fault in myself as well. You know, like, it differs really. So I just need to sit with myself, the situation, my emotions, all of that, and then I'll come to you. Like, even if you heard a rumor, fine, maybe that person witnessed what happened, cool, but I'll come to you when I'm ready. Don't now come and dig, né? Of course, unless it's like life and death, serious type of situation, okay, cool. You can definitely check up on your friends. That's okay. But like, you know, with other things, I just feel like, okay, when the person is ready to speak, they'll talk to me, you know? And I feel like it's so important to have low maintenance friends these days, because this is guys. Like, we cannot constantly like be on another person's case all day, every day, all day, 247, you know? Like, we really can't. So think about it. Like, really think about it. Like, give your people a bit of space at times. And of course, granted, be that friend that is able to check on your friend. Like, you know your friends best. If everyone does find certain things overwhelming at times, or maybe you know a certain situation overstimulates them and stuff like that. Like, be that friend where you can check up on them, just check in, you know. But sometimes, like, give a person a bit of space. That's what I'm saying. When they're ready, they'll come to you. When they're not, and that's okay too. Okay. Another thing that is important nowadays, like, you guys are out having fun, all that jazz, and it's just the two of you, you know? You both can't be drunk. Like, both sloshed type of drunk. Not the both of you, because like who's gonna call an Uber? Who's gonna take you guys to, you know, wherever you need to go to, type of thing? Because I just feel like that's very reckless, considering that we live in South Africa. That just the times that we live in general, that's not safe. Yeah? I'm not saying don't have fun, but the moment you realize that, okay, your friend is like a tad bit more drunker than you, cut it, or just slow down, like pace yourself type of thing. So that's basically what I'm trying to say. Just try to be as vigilant as you can. I just feel like that is very important in these days, guys. It really is, because it's not even about only when you're outdoors, even when you're inside, even when you're in like within premises. And you know, it's still very important. And I'm not trying to bash men and like paint the idea that, oh, only when it's just guys. Nowadays, even girls or women are pretty dangerous themselves. Like, you really don't, like, no, you don't want to trust no one like that. Like, nah, I really don't think that's like cool. So just always try to be vigilant, you know, type of thing. And yeah, another thing that I really want to touch on is the whole, like, I'm kind of hesitant to touch on this, but I'm gonna touch on it anyways. Like, in fact, you guys comment down below and let me know what you think. Like, do you think it's what I think it is, or the mature thing type of thing? Because I don't know, like, I'm in between when it comes to that. Like, of course, situations differ, the intensity of it all differs and all that, but hear me out. You know, this whole thing about inheriting beef, name? I just feel like if that is your friend, like your day one, your OG, she's in your tight circle type of friend, somebody that you grew up with type of friend, you know? I feel like if your friend is in a situation where they have an enemy, or like an op, basically an op, or like, somebody that they have beef with, I feel like if that's my friend, I'm gonna be loyal to them. I'm gonna have their back. That's how I feel when it comes to that, because how am I venting out to you about how this person did me dirty, and then, you know, you turn around and go ahead and just spend time with them, you know, kiki haha, no, that's not, like, I feel like that's not. Of course, when you're with them, they're probably saying the same things, and you sit there and you listen. Do you tell me? Do you tell me? That's the question. Do you tell me what they say? No, you don't. You probably think, Uguta, no, I don't want to hurt her feelings, so it's best if I just don't tell her, you know? So, I don't know. Like, it's very rare to find somebody who's just going to, like, have your back in your absence. And then another part of me also feels like the mature thing to do is just to be matured and don't inherit beef, basically. Like, as much as that person is your friend, but whatever happened is between the two of them, type of thing, yeah, bro. I also feel that way at times, and like, yeah, it takes a lot of maturity. I don't think I'm there yet, but yeah, again, situations differ, the intensity of it all differs as well. So just think about it. Like, let me know what you guys think. I'm just gonna call a spade a spade. Like, if you have a friend that does that, period, that's it, literally. Like, what can you do? What's the time? I feel like this is probably going to be a topic that I'm definitely going to tap into again in future. I don't know. I just feel like there's always ways to like different ways to like navigate this whole friendship thing. I really feel like it's important. Yeah, well, so and I'm also learning all the time, every day. I can never say, you know, I have this on lockdown, like J. No. So I'm looking forward to like gaining new experiences and seeing how I handle situations as well, and come back and tell you guys what my experiences were. Or maybe I'm still a little petty, I don't know, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see. So those were the tips and tricks that I had for you guys. I'm definitely going to add more, maybe like in a separate video, but not now, soon. I'm going to talk about this more another time, maybe in a different way. But yeah, like I said, guys, this is basically the end of the video, and I just wanted to touch on a few things that I think would help or be like a guideline on how to navigate friendships in 2024, things to do, things not to do. And there's always room for improvement. Don't think you can't improve anything, you got this on lockdown, all that jazz. Like, thank you guys so much for watching and joining me. It is so lovely to sit down and talk to you guys. And do not forget to comment down below. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I appreciate you sitting down with me and talking about this all the way till the end. Till next time, thank you so much for watching. Bye.